Back to Washington, though, as we've been covering for the past couple of days, top secret documents were found in a private office used by former Vice President Joe Biden. The president yesterday claiming he had no idea those documents were there.
And joining us now for more on what happens next is Florida Congressman and member of the House Armed Services Committee, Michael Waltz. Sir, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Good to be with you.
Congressman, great to see you. Question for you. Why didn't the Biden administration, the DOJ, or the National Archives make this story public when these documents were found back before the election on November the 2nd? Do you think there was a political cover-up here?
Yeah, well, the timing certainly is convenient, isn't it? That supposedly they were found, and that I also want to verify that they were found on November 3rd, but we're not finding out until now. But in between that time, you had Attorney General Merrick Garland announce, I believe it was on November 18th, a special counsel for President Trump. So what did he know then in terms of these documents as he's announcing a special counsel to go after Trump? If there's ever been a time that I could see the need for a special counsel for a Department of Justice that's run by Joe Biden, it's one, the corruption of his son and the Hunter Biden laptop. And then it's two, the fact that he was sitting on these classified documents, it looks like for at least 5 years in that investigation. If there's ever a conflict of interest, it's those two right there. So what did Garland know is another thing that we have to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, because we saw the FBI launch this raid on former President Trump's home in Florida. We have not seen that with President Biden. And the fact that he said he didn't even know that those documents were there. He has other offices, he has other homes. What if there are records at those places?
Yeah, exactly. And so, the Democrats, the mainstream media that are just trying to whitewash this whole thing after they were, doing cheetah flips last year about Mar-a-Lago, will say that, well, this was self-reporting, they're cooperating, and therefore there's no need. But is it self-reporting? Who has had access over the last 5 years? Who has been in and out of this office? By the way, I'll remind everyone that the University of Pennsylvania, that houses the Biden Center, is one of the largest recipient of Chinese funds. It's incredible that the documents apparently had to deal with Ukraine, of all things, in addition to other top secret compartmented information. So this is just rich with irony. It stinks to high heaven. And, once again, add it to the list of things we're going to get to the bottom of in a Republican-run House.
Yeah, not to mention that the Penn Biden Center in Washington is about a mile away from the Chinese embassy in D.C. as well. But the spinning yesterday, it started early and continued throughout the day. The Washington Post writing, the Justice Department's reviewing classified documents taken from Joe Biden's office. And then they wrote this, quote, while the Biden case has obvious echoes of the Mar-a-Lago investigation, the details provided by Biden's lawyer on Monday suggest key differences that could factor heavily into whether the Biden documents become a criminal matter. So this is much different than what happened at Mar-a-Lago, isn't it, according to the Washington Post? Do they expect us to believe that?
I'll tell you one difference. President Trump's lawyers weren't allowed to be in the room or the multiple rooms, including bedrooms, as the FBI rummaged around. But yet we're just going to take everything that Biden's lawyers say at face value. The analogy here is with Hillary Clinton in the dual system of justice, where she was allowed to truly obstruct justice with her wiping of her hard drives with hammers on Blackberries and phones. That's the analogy, unfortunately. I think Americans have had it with this dual track justice system.
Yeah. Progress made, though, yesterday, Kevin McCarthy, with this massive win, 365 members of Congress voting yes for an investigation into the relationship between the United States and China. 146 Democrats voting with Republicans yesterday. A good sign, hopefully, of things to come. Congressman Michael Waltz, thanks for being with us. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.